Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Simple English Cast, the podcast where we explore meaningful life ideas while helping you improve your English naturally. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Meera. I'm really happy to be here again. I always enjoy our conversations because they feel calm, thoughtful, and a little bit like sitting with a good friend and talking about life.
Exactly, Meera. That is always our goal here. We want our listeners to feel relaxed while they learn English and also think about their lives in a deeper way.
Yes, because language learning becomes much easier when the conversation feels real and meaningful.
So today, we are talking about something extremely simple, but surprisingly powerful.
Yes, something that everyone has, but very few people really think about.
Today's topic is daily routines.
Daily routines might sound boring at first.
Exactly. Many people hear the word routine and immediately imagine something dull, repetitive, and uninspiring.
But in reality, routines can quietly shape the entire direction of our lives.
That's very true. Many people believe that life changes through huge, dramatic decisions.
Like quitting a job suddenly, moving to another city, or making a big life announcement.
But often, real change happens in much smaller ways.
Yes, through small habits repeated every single day.
Things like how you start your morning,
Or what you do in the first hour after waking up.
or even how you spend the last 30 minutes before going to sleep.
Exactly. Those little moments might look insignificant, but over time they create patterns.
And those patterns slowly become the structure of our lives. Let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced a period when life didn't feel terrible, but it also didn't feel good?
Oh, yes. I think many people know that feeling.
It's not a crisis.
But it's also not happiness.
Exactly.
It's that strange middle zone where you're functioning normally, but something feels off.
You wake up tired,
You go to work,
you finish your tasks.
but at the end of the day, you feel strangely drained.
Yes, and sometimes people think there must be a big reason for that feeling.
They assume something dramatic must be wrong.
But often, nothing dramatic is happening.
Instead, it's a combination of small habits that slowly reduce our energy.
Exactly. The invisible habits. For example, imagine someone who wakes up and immediately checks their phone.
That's extremely common today.
Within 5 minutes, they see emails, messages, news, and social media posts.
Their brain suddenly receives a huge amount of information.
And the day hasn't even started yet.
Yes, the mind becomes busy before the body even wakes up properly.
Then they rush through breakfast.
Sometimes they skip breakfast completely,
Then they hurry to work.
already feeling stressed.
And the rest of the day continues with the same rushed energy.
By evening, they feel exhausted, but they don't know exactly why.
Because no single moment looked dramatic.
But the entire day was full of small pressures.
This reminds me of a phrase people often use, going through the motions.
That's a great expression.
It means doing things automatically without real emotion or engagement,
You are completing your tasks, but you don't feel connected to them.
almost like a robot following instructions.
Exactly. Have you ever felt that way?
Yes, especially during very busy weeks.
What does it feel like?
Well, you wake up, prepare breakfast, answer emails, attend meetings, and finish tasks.
But everything feels mechanical.
Yes, you are physically present, but mentally somewhere else.
That can be very draining over time.
It can also make life feel strangely empty.
Another common experience is feeling constantly tired,
Yes, many people say they feel exhausted all the time.
even when they sleep enough.
Exactly. So the question is, why does that happen?
One possible answer is energy leakage.
Energy leakage.
Yes, small daily habits that slowly consume mental energy.
That's an interesting way to describe it.
Think about how many decisions we make every day.
What to eat,
What to wear,
which task to start first,
which message to answer.
what time to sleep.
All these tiny decisions require mental effort,
And when there is no routine, we must make these decisions again and again.
which can slowly exhaust our brain.
So, routines actually reduce decision fatigue.
Exactly.
When certain actions become automatic, the brain saves energy.
For example, if you always wake up at the same time,
Your body adjusts naturally.
or if you prepare tomorrow's clothes the night before.
Your morning becomes simpler,
These small systems remove unnecessary stress.
and they create a sense of stability.
I think routines are especially important today
Why do you think that?
because modern life is very unpredictable.
That's true.
News changes constantly,
Technology evolves quickly,
work environments shift frequently.
so routines create a small island of stability.
Yes, something familiar in a constantly changing world.
Let's imagine a simple example.
Okay,
Imagine a person named Daniel.
all right.
Daniel used to wake up late every day.
He rushed through his morning,
He often skipped breakfast,
and he arrived at work already stressed.
but one day he decided to make a small change.
What change?
He started waking up 20 minutes earlier.
Just 20 minutes.
Yes,
That doesn't sound like a huge transformation.
exactly.
So what did he do with those 20 minutes?
First, he drank a glass of water.
That's healthy.
Then, he sat quietly for a few minutes.
Just sitting in silence?
Yes.
That sounds peaceful.
Then, he stretched his body.
And after that?
He prepared a simple breakfast.
So his morning became calmer.
Exactly.
And that small change affected the rest of his day.
I love examples like that
Why?
because they show that improvement doesn't require dramatic effort,
Exactly. Many people think they must change their entire life overnight.
which often feels impossible.
But small steps are much easier to maintain.
And consistency matters more than intensity.
Yes, doing something small every day can create powerful results.
Let's ask our listeners a question.
That's always fun,
Think about your own daily routine.
especially your morning routine.
Is it calm? Or is it rushed and stressful?
Do you start your day with intention or do you react to everything immediately?
Take a moment and think about that. Now I want to talk about something very important. The morning.
Ah, yes, the famous morning routine.
Many people talk about morning routines these days.
Yes, but sometimes the internet makes them look unrealistic.
Very unrealistic.
Some videos make it look like people wake up at 4:30 in the morning, meditate for an hour, exercise intensely, read philosophy, cook a perfect breakfast, and somehow still arrive at work completely relaxed.
And all of that before the sun even rises.
Exactly.
But for most people, the morning looks very different.
Yes, many mornings feel rushed and chaotic.
People wake up late,
They check their phone immediately,
they scroll through messages,
then they hurry to get ready,
they search for their keys,
they grab coffee quickly.
and suddenly the day begins with stress. So, Meera, why do you think mornings are so important?
I think mornings are important because they create the emotional tone of the day.
That's a beautiful way to say it.
If the morning feels calm, the whole day often feels more manageable.
But if the morning begins with stress,
That stress tends to follow you everywhere.
exactly.
It's almost like the mind keeps carrying the same energy throughout the day.
That's very true. Many experts say the first 30 minutes after waking up are extremely important.
Yes, because during that time, your brain is slowly waking up.
Your mind is still calm.
Your thoughts are not yet crowded.
But if you immediately fill that moment with noise,
Your brain suddenly becomes overwhelmed,
messages, notifications, news, social media,
all at once,
and your nervous system reacts instantly.
which can create anxiety very early in the day.
Let me ask you a question, Meera.
Sure.
What is the first thing you usually do when you wake up?
Honestly, I used to check my phone immediately.
I think many people do that.
Yes, it became a habit without me even noticing.
And how did that make you feel?
It made my mornings feel rushed.
Why?
Because suddenly my brain was full of information.
Emails,
Messages,
news.
social media posts.
So the day started with pressure.
Exactly.
Did you ever try changing that habit?
Yes, I actually did a small experiment.
That sounds interesting.
For 1 week, I decided not to check my phone for the first 20 minutes after waking up.
And what happened?
My mornings felt much calmer.
Really?
Yes, I realized that my mind needed time to wake up naturally.
That makes sense.
Instead of checking my phone, I started doing 3 simple things.
What were they?
First, I drank a glass of water.
That's a healthy habit.
Second, I opened the window and took a few deep breaths.
Fresh air can make a big difference.
And third, I stretched my body for a few minutes.
That sounds very simple.
Yes, and that's the important part.
Why do you say that?
Because routines should be simple enough to repeat every day.
I think many people try to copy complicated routines they see online.
Yes, and that often leads to frustration.
Because those routines require a lot of time and energy.
And sometimes they're not realistic for everyday life.
For example, imagine someone who works long hours.
Or someone who has children to take care of.
Or someone who must travel to work early.
For them, a 2-hour morning routine is impossible.
Exactly. So what do you think the real purpose of a morning routine?
I think the purpose is not productivity.
Interesting.
I think the purpose is mental clarity.
Explain that.
A good morning routine helps your mind wake up gently.
Without pressure.
Without chaos.
Without unnecessary stress. That reminds me of a phrase, ease into the day.
Yes, that's a beautiful expression.
To ease into something means to start slowly and gently.
Instead of jumping into activity immediately.
Exactly. Let's imagine another person.
Okay.
Her name is Emily.
All right.
Emily used to wake up late every morning.
She rushed through everything.
Her mornings were stressful.
And she felt exhausted by lunchtime.
One day, she decided to change one small thing.
What did she change?
She started waking up just 10 minutes earlier.
Only 10 minutes?
Yes.
That's very manageable.
During those 10 minutes, she simply sat with a cup of tea.
Without checking her phone?
Yes.
That sounds peaceful.
It helped her start the day calmly.
What's interesting is the psychological effect of that habit.
What do you mean?
Those 10 minutes told her brain something important.
What message did it send?
It told her brain, the day is not attacking you.
That's a powerful idea.
Yes, instead of reacting to everything, she began the day with intention.
And that probably made her feel more in control.
Exactly.
Many people feel overwhelmed because they start the day reacting.
Instead of choosing how to begin.
That difference may look small, but it changes the entire emotional experience of the day. Let's talk about another morning habit. Movement.
Yes, moving the body in the morning can be very helpful.
It doesn't have to be intense exercise.
Not at all.
Even light stretching can wake up the body.
Or a short walk.
Or simple breathing exercises.
These activities increase blood circulation.
And they also improve mental focus. Another interesting factor is natural light.
Yes, sunlight plays a big role in regulating our body clock.
When we see natural light in the morning, our brain understands that the day has begun.
That helps the body wake up naturally.
Which can improve energy levels throughout the day. So if someone wants to build a simple morning routine, what might it look like?
It could be something like this.
I'm listening.
Wake up.
Drink water.
Open the curtains or window.
Take a few deep breaths.
Stretch your body.
And then prepare for the day.
That entire routine might only take 10 minutes.
But it can completely change the feeling of the morning. So the key idea is not perfection.
Exactly.
The key idea is intentionality.
Doing small actions consciously.
Instead of rushing automatically, I'd like to ask our listeners something again.
Go ahead. Imagine your ideal morning.
Not a fantasy morning.
A realistic one.
What small habit could make your morning calmer?
Maybe waking up 5 minutes earlier.
Maybe drinking water before coffee.
Maybe avoiding your phone for 10 minutes. Think about that for a moment.
Now, I want to explore another important question.
What question is that?
What happens after the morning?
That's a great question.
Because many people actually start the day quite well.
Yes, sometimes they wake up calmly, eat breakfast, and begin their day with good energy.
But by the afternoon, they feel completely exhausted.
And they often don't understand why.
Have you ever experienced that, Meera?
Oh yes, many times.
You start the day feeling productive.
You complete a few tasks.
But suddenly, sometime after lunch, your energy disappears.
Your mind becomes slow.
Your motivation drops.
And even simple tasks feel difficult.
That feeling is very common. So why does that happen?
There are several reasons.
Let's explore them one by one.
The first reason is mental overload.
That means the brain is processing too much information.
Exactly.
Modern life constantly demands our attention.
Emails,
Messages,
notifications,
meetings,
and endless online content.
Our brain rarely gets a moment of quiet.
I often compare the human brain to a computer.
That's an interesting comparison.
Imagine opening 20 different tabs on your computer.
Eventually, the system becomes slow.
Exactly.
The same thing happens in our mind.
too many tasks compete for attention.
And our mental energy gets divided. Many people believe multitasking makes them more productive.
But research often shows the opposite.
Multitasking can actually reduce efficiency.
Because the brain must constantly switch between tasks,
And every switch requires energy.
which slowly drains our focus.
Let's imagine a simple example.
All right,
There's a person named Lucas.
okay.
Lucas works in an office environment.
His job requires him to answer emails, attend meetings, and manage projects.
Every few minutes he checks his phone.
Then he returns to his computer.
Then he answers a message.
Then he opens another document,
His attention constantly jumps from one task to another.
which means his brain never fully focuses.
By the afternoon, he feels mentally exhausted.
Even though he has not done heavy physical work.
So how can people avoid this kind of mental exhaustion?
One useful strategy is creating focus blocks.
What are focus blocks?
They're periods of time dedicated to a single task.
For example,
Someone might work on one task for 30 minutes without interruption.
no checking messages,
No social media.
no switching between tasks.
Just complete focus.
Why does that help?
Because the brain works best with clear direction.
When it knows exactly what to focus on.
Yes, the brain becomes more efficient.
And mental energy lasts longer. Let's talk about another habit that affects energy: taking breaks.
Many people believe working continuously is a sign of productivity.
But constant work can actually reduce performance.
Exactly.
The brain needs short pauses to recover.
Even a 5-minute break can refresh your mind.
What kind of break do you recommend?
One of the best options is a short walk.
Why walking?
Because walking helps the body release tension.
It also improves blood circulation,
And it gives your mind a moment of space.
especially if you step away from screens.
I like to call it a midday reset.
That's a great phrase.
Instead of pushing your brain endlessly, you allow it to breathe.
And after the break, your focus often improves. Another important daily routine is how we eat lunch,
Yes, many people eat lunch while looking at their phones or computers.
which means the brain never really rests.
Exactly.
The meal becomes another multitasking activity.
But eating slowly without distractions can actually restore energy.
That idea connects to something deeper: presence.
Presence means fully experiencing the moment you are in,
Instead of constantly thinking about the next task,
or the previous problem.
presence can make ordinary moments feel calmer.
Imagine someone named Olivia.
All right,
She used to eat lunch at her desk while answering emails.
that sounds familiar.
But one day, she decided to change that habit.
What did she do?
She started leaving her desk for lunch.
Even if only for 15 minutes?
Yes,
And what happened?
her afternoons became more productive
Why do you think that happened?
because her brain finally had a small moment of rest.
There's another concept I want to mention: protecting your attention.
That's extremely important today
Why?
because attention has become one of our most valuable resources.
Every company wants it.
Every app tries to capture it.
But if we give our attention to everything,
We lose the ability to focus deeply.
so routines can help us create boundaries.
Yes,
For example, someone might decide to check email only at certain times,
or turn off unnecessary notifications.
or keep their phone in another room while working.
These small decisions protect mental space.
Another important idea is understanding that energy is limited.
Yes, we often treat ourselves like machines.
But humans are not machines,
Our energy rises and falls during the day.
which means routines should support those natural rhythms. For example, some people feel most focused in the morning.
Others feel more creative in the evening
Understanding your personal rhythm can improve productivity.
and reduce unnecessary frustration.
So if we think about daytime routines, what might a healthy structure look like?
Something like this.
I'm curious.
Work in focused blocks.
Take short breaks.
Eat lunch away from your screen.
Move your body occasionally.
And protect your attention.
And beyond productivity, these habits also improve emotional well-being.
Yes, because they reduce stress
They create mental breathing space.
and they prevent burnout.
Let's ask our listeners another question.
I like that.
During your workday, do you ever pause and breathe?
Or do you move from task to task without stopping?
Do you take breaks?
Or do you work until you feel completely exhausted?
Think about your own habits for a moment. And Meera, there is one more important part of the daily routine we haven't discussed yet.
Yes, The evening.
Exactly.
How we end the day can be just as important as how we start it.
Because the evening prepares the mind for rest.
And rest prepares us for the next day.
Now, we are going to talk about something that many people ignore.
And that is the evening routine.
Right. Many people think routines are only about the morning.
But the evening might be just as important.
In fact, the way you end your day often decides how you begin the next one. So Meera, why do you think evenings matter so much?
I think evenings are important because they help the mind slow down.
That's true.
Throughout the day, our brains process a huge amount of information.
Work tasks,
Conversations,
emails and messages.
news, and social media.
By the evening, our minds are often overloaded.
Exactly.
And if we don't allow the brain to relax, that stress continues into the night. What do you think is the biggest problem with modern evenings?
I think it's constant stimulation.
Can you explain that?
Many people finish work and immediately start scrolling through their phones.
Or watching endless videos.
Or reading arguments online.
Yes, the internet can be very noisy,
And that noise keeps the brain active.
which makes it harder to relax. Have you ever had a moment when you go to bed but your brain refuses to sleep?
Oh yes, many times.
Your body feels tired,
But your mind is still racing.
thinking about conversations,
Or worrying about tomorrow.
or remembering something embarrassing from years ago.
That happens surprisingly often.
And sometimes that restless feeling is caused by an overstimulated evening.
I think a good evening routine acts like a transition.
A transition between activity and rest.
Exactly.
Just like the morning helps us wake up, the evening should help us slow down. Do you personally have an evening routine?
Yes, I try to follow a few simple habits.
What are they?
First, I try to reduce screen time about an hour before sleeping.
That's not easy for many people.
It takes practice.
What do you do instead of looking at your phone?
Sometimes I read a book,
That sounds relaxing.
or I write a few thoughts in a notebook.
Like journaling?
Yes, journaling helps clear the mind.
Why do you think journaling helps?
Because many worries stay in our head.
And writing them down removes that mental pressure.
Exactly.
It's like organizing your thoughts on paper. Another helpful evening habit is preparing for the next day.
Yes, that can reduce morning stress.
For example, someone might prepare their clothes
Or pack their bag.
or write a simple to-do list,
These small actions create a sense of readiness.
which makes the morning feel smoother.
I think there's also an emotional benefit.
What do you mean?
Preparing for tomorrow gives you a small feeling of control.
And control can reduce anxiety.
Yes, because uncertainty often creates stress.
Let's imagine another example.
All right.
Sarah used to work late every evening.
Even after she returned home?
Yes, she checked emails constantly,
And she often stayed on her laptop until midnight.
which meant she slept poorly.
And the next morning, she felt exhausted.
Eventually, she decided to create a new rule.
What rule?
She stopped checking work messages after 9 p.m.
That sounds like a healthy boundary.
At first, it felt uncomfortable
Why?
because she was used to being constantly available.
But over time, she noticed something interesting.
What happened?
Her sleep improved dramatically.
And her mornings became easier. That example shows the importance of boundaries.
Yes, routines often involve protecting your personal time,
Without boundaries, work can easily invade every moment.
which leaves no space for rest.
Another interesting factor is light exposure.
Yes, bright screens can confuse our biological clock,
Our brain thinks it is still daytime.
which delays the release of sleep hormones.
That's why reducing screen brightness in the evening can help. What are some calming evening activities people can try?
There are many options.
Such as
Reading a few pages of a book,
listening to soft music,
taking a warm shower,
stretching your body.
or simply sitting quietly for a few minutes.
Those activities are what we call restorative,
Yes, restorative activities give energy back to you.
instead of taking more energy away.
There's an interesting cultural problem around rest.
What do you mean?
Many people believe resting means being lazy.
But that's not true.
Rest is actually necessary for mental health.
And for long-term productivity, the brain cannot stay active forever.
Just like muscles need recovery after exercise.
The mind also needs time to reset.
And the evening is the perfect moment for that reset.
I like to think of evening routines as creating closure.
That's a nice concept.
It means mentally finishing the day.
Instead of carrying unfinished stress into the night.
So, what might a simple evening routine look like?
It could be very simple.
Let's imagine one.
Finish work.
Eat dinner calmly.
Reduce screen time later in the evening.
Write tomorrow's tasks.
Read or relax.
And then sleep. Let's ask our listeners another question.
I like these reflection moments.
Think about your own evening habits.
Do they help your mind relax, or do they keep your brain busy?
What small change could make your evenings calmer?
Now, we want to do something that our listeners really enjoy.
Yes, it's time for our word tour.
In this section, we revisit some important words and expressions from today's conversation.
We explain them again, give examples, and help you remember how to use them in real life. Let's begin with the word intentional.
Intentional means doing something on purpose, with thought and awareness.
It is the opposite of acting automatically or randomly.
For example, someone might say, "She made an intentional effort to start her day calmly."
Or, he was more intentional with his time and stopped checking his phone every 5 minutes.
Intentional actions often create better habits.
The next word is overwhelmed.
When you feel overwhelmed, you feel that there's too much happening at once.
Your mind struggles to process everything.
For example, after answering messages all day, he felt completely overwhelmed.
Or, she had so many tasks that she didn't know where to begin. Another word we used earlier is frantic.
Frantic describes a situation where someone feels rushed, stressed, and slightly panicked.
For example, the morning felt frantic because she woke up late.
Or, he searched for his keys in a frantic hurry.
Frantic energy often makes everything feel more difficult.
Next, we have a very positive word, restorative.
Restorative means something that helps you recover your energy.
For example, a quiet evening walk can be restorative.
Or, a good night's sleep is deeply restorative for the body and mind. Another important word is depleted.
If you feel depleted, your energy is almost completely used up.
For example, after a stressful week, she felt emotionally depleted.
Or, he looked calm, but inside he felt mentally depleted.
Next, we have the word frazzled.
Frazzled describes someone who feels stressed, scattered, and mentally tired.
For example, after answering emails all day, he felt completely frazzled.
Or, she arrived home feeling frazzled after a chaotic workday.
Now let's talk about a useful expression, run on empty.
This phrase means continuing to work or function even though you have very little energy left.
For example, he was running on empty after several nights of poor sleep.
Or, she realized she had been running on empty for weeks.
Another phrase we mentioned earlier is go through the motions.
This expression means doing tasks automatically, without real interest or emotion.
For example, he attended meetings all day but felt like he was just going through the motions.
Or, she completed her work but felt disconnected from everything.
Another useful phrasal verb is carve out time.
To carve out time means to intentionally create time for something important.
For example, she carved out 20 minutes every morning to read.
Or, he carved out time in the evening for exercise.
Our final expression is ease into.
To ease into something means to start it slowly and gently.
For example, she likes to ease into the day with tea and quiet music.
Or, he eased into his workday by reviewing his tasks calmly.
Now that we've explored those words, let's return to the main idea of today's episode.
Yes, the deeper message behind daily routines.
Many people think life changes only through huge, dramatic decisions.
But real change often happens quietly.
Through small, repeated habits.
A calm morning,
A focused afternoon.
a restful evening.
Those habits might look ordinary from the outside.
But over time, they shape our energy, mood, and mindset.
When routines support us, life feels calmer.
When routines work against us, life feels chaotic.
And the good news is that routines are flexible.
Anyone can slowly improve them.
I think the most important lesson is start small.
Yes, huge life changes are often difficult to maintain.
But small changes are manageable.
For example, waking up 10 minutes earlier,
Taking a short walk during the day.
or reducing screen time before bed.
Before we finish today's episode, we have a question for our listeners.
Yes, we love hearing your thoughts.
Think about your own life for a moment.
What is one small daily habit that helps you feel calmer or more focused?
Or, what is one habit you would like to improve?
You can share your answer in the comments.
This was a very thoughtful conversation.
I really enjoyed it.
Sometimes the simplest topics create the most meaningful discussions.
Yes, because routines are something everyone experiences.
And improving them can slowly improve the quality of life. Thank you for listening to Simple English Cast.
We hope today's conversation helped you learn new English words and also think about your daily habits.
Remember, progress in language learning and in life both happen step by step.
Small improvements repeated every day can lead to powerful results.
This is Alex.
And this is Meera.
We'll see you in the next episode of Simple English Cast.
Take care and keep practicing your English.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.